Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. I hope you're all doing well and you're having a great day when you're watching this. Today I'm doing a classic Q&A. I just feel like it's been a little while, lots has been happening, and I thought that I would sit down today and yeah, give you guys a bit of an update and answer all of your burning questions. If you ever want to ask questions for a Q&A, my Instagram is where I will always ask for them. My Instagram is just georgiakatebeauty_. If you're interested, totally don't have to, but that is always where I ask you guys for your questions. I've changed up my background a little bit today, so I hope you don't mind. Also, sorry if you can hear any background noise. It is over 30 degrees Celsius here in Brisbane today, and I have my door closed, my lights on, my fan off, and my window closed. So we'll see how we go. I'm already starting to get hot in here. And my neighbours are doing their gardening, so that's fun. But without further ado, let's jump in and get started with your questions. First question straight up is, are you still studying justice or psych alone? So if you guys didn't know, I've been studying a dual degree in psychology and justice. I'm still doing that. I have always been doing that, and I will graduate with that degree. Yeah, I don't really talk about justice too much, especially the last couple of months, like this semester of uni, because I've been doing 3 psychology subjects and 1 justice to catch up my degree, because I started doing justice, if you didn't know, so I had to pick the speed up on the psych stuff so I could graduate on time. What are your plans when you graduate? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have a rough plan in my mind, but we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of going with the flow, and we'll see where things take us when we graduate. But I graduate mid-year, so I'm thinking of taking a few months off and just focusing on YouTube, doing my own thing, enjoying not being stressed, staying at my current job, and yeah, just like maybe traveling a little bit, see what happens. But I'm definitely going to use my degree. I just want some time off. My plan right now is to go into like the counselling field. That's my plan anyway. Or I've got a few other options, so I'm just going to apply for jobs and let the universe tell me where I'm supposed to be. Do that for a little bit and then go back and do my masters in either social work or teaching or something that I haven't even thought of yet. Now everybody is asking about the boy. Everyone wants to know new relationships, boys, how's it all going? Someone said, is he treating you well? All of that kind of stuff, and I think this is probably the question that needs to be addressed the most. So I put up a video a little while ago that kind of talked about me not being single anymore. I wasn't really in the dating game, and I was with someone then when I filmed the video, but it was pre-filmed a couple of weeks in advance and I uploaded it later. And when I uploaded the video, we weren't seeing each other anymore. We were not together. It was like a crazy turn of events. Like, yeah, it was very, very strange. But at the beginning, he did treat me very, very well. Kind of helped me to realize that like you can get treated well. Everyone that I've been with before didn't treat me very well, and yeah, I've just not really had a good history with boys and how they treat me and their respect for me and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely showed me that that's how you deserve to be treated, and it's possible to have a guy treat you well. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But yeah, we were very similar. We like got on really well. We're basically like the same person, listen to the same music, we're into a lot of the same things, and just kind of have like the same perspective on everything, and was very, very into him. But yeah, basically I asked him how he was doing one day, and he sent me a few like really blunt replies, ignored me for a week, and then told me he wasn't ready for a relationship and he just wanted to do uni and not have to commit to anything. So I was like, yeah, cool. No worries, I have just invested a lot in this and fell pretty quick. But yeah, look, to be honest, like I was sad about it for a bit, more so the way that he handles the end of it. Like I don't think ignoring someone is gonna help the situation. I don't know what the truth is. There were a lot of things that like kind of didn't add up towards the end, and like he didn't really explain anything. He just kind of like was gone. He was here 1 minute and then he was gone. But to be honest, I've just taken the positive out of it, and if I didn't have anything to do with him, and if he didn't cross paths with me, I think I would have a lot lower standards of my next relationship and wouldn't have realized that you deserve to have a partner that treats you so well. You don't have to question things. Someone really respects you and looks after you well. I think if I didn't meet him, I wouldn't have known that. So yeah, that's the situation. Sorry to let you guys down, but yeah, at the beginning he was very sweet, so I'm very grateful that we've crossed paths, and who knows if we'll cross paths in the future, but yeah, we're not together anymore. Anyway, let's move on. I'm so sick of talking about it. How many calories do you eat a day? I don't track calories, I never really have. I just try to nourish myself with good food and I listen to my body, so some days I'm hungrier than others. I'm not really like too stressed about like eating and whatnot. Thoughts on friends with benefits? Okay, look, personally, I wouldn't do it. Like, my personal thoughts is I wouldn't do that. I'm an all or nothing kind of person, so I get very attached to whoever I'm with, and if I'm spending my time and like putting energy into someone, it's gonna be someone that like I'm really into. Like, I'm not really a half-hearted person. I kind of just like all or nothing. But everyone like do what you want. Like, I'm all for other people doing it, but yeah, just not my thing in particular. Are you on the pill? I find it messes with my hormones and throws my anxiety off the chart. Yes, I am on the pill. I have kind of noticed a few like side effects from it. I feel like everyone's different. I've never noticed my anxiety since I've been on the pill that I'm on now. Possibly could affect my anxiety. I'm not 100% sure. This year has been very weird for me, so there's a lot of variables for my anxiety. Have you ever struggled with your body positivity and weight issues? I think this is so important because it's something that I don't probably talk about enough, and something that a lot of people don't know about me because I don't really publicize it. It's just kind of an internal thing. But yes, of course, I feel like everyone's got their own insecurities. Like, you're only human. But I definitely do my best to like stay confident. I've been given this body. It does so many amazing things for me. I really can't fault it, and although there's things like cellulite is something that I have that I'm not necessarily happy about, but I've got it, so yuck, that was disgusting. But yeah, I've definitely struggled in the past with that, and you know, it's a fluctuating thing. It's not like I'm completely confident all of the time. Favorite podcasts and best ways to de-stress. My favorite podcast is probably very nerdy, but Dr. Carl. I love like scientific things and like learning more like knowledge about the world. And so yeah, basically he just like answers people's questions about like sciencey stuff, and it's so interesting. I love it. It's probably my most listened to podcast, but I also love Crappy to Happy. That's probably my favorite self-help podcast. I've listened to all of them and I listen to them multiple times. Like, I'm a big fan of that. And best ways to de-stress. I love exercising. I find that a really good way to get my stress out. Also staying organized and like making sure I've got a plan, because if I don't, I'll be even more stressed. And taking time out for yourself. Self-care is a big one with stress for me. So taking time to journal, get all of my thoughts out, declutter my head, have a bath, and let my stress levels go down. I'm a very stressed person, so yeah, I do a whole bunch of things. It just depends on my mood, I guess. What are your reasons for not eating meat? You guys would be surprised how many times I get this question, like, why don't you just eat meat? Why don't you just eat your broccoli? Like, but I think people assume that I'm like a, you know, crazy vegetarian person and judge everyone that eats meat and is only friends with people that don't eat meat. That is not the case at all. My entire family are meat eaters. I do not care what anyone else eats. Like, that is the thing. I do not care whether you eat meat for breakfast, lunch and dinner, or whether you don't. Either way, cool by me, but it's my personal decision to not eat meat. And I made that decision purely because of how meat makes me feel. I felt very sluggish, honestly just felt like crap every time I would eat meat, and it wouldn't process through my body very well. I would always be bloated and feel fatigued after I ate meat, so I started bringing myself off it and felt better and continued with it. I definitely really care about animals. I don't necessarily agree with like killing animals so that I can eat them, but at the same time I don't, like, it's everyone's decision what they eat. I'm not going to project my opinions onto anyone else. I hope that answers your question, but yeah, I do not care. It's not that big of a deal to me. It's just another thing that I don't eat. A lot of people don't eat certain things, like they don't eat broccoli, for example. I eat broccoli, I just don't eat the meat. Would you ever come to Sydney? Definitely want to go to Sydney. I have not been in so long. I'd love to plan a trip down there. But I don't have any current plans to, but I would love to. Have you ever used antidepressants to help with your anxiety? No, I have not. Antidepressants, sort of by a case-by-case basis. There's a lot of variables with antidepressants, and learning about them at uni, I kind of don't think that I ever will go on antidepressants, especially not just relying on them to help with mental health. I think you always have to have like a psychologist or some sort of like therapy to help with your mental health. And when I was really struggling and went to my psychologist, I just used that, and that really helped my anxiety. So because that worked, I didn't need to go on antidepressants or anything like that. What's something your last relationship taught you? Probably that I do deserve to be treated well. As I said before, past boyfriends and people I've been with have not treated me very well, and I kind of had very low expectations of what I deserve. And to be honest, I was starting to think, you know, is this all that I get? Yeah, it's kind of sad, but like I was just like, oh, is this like what I have to put up with, like boys treating me like this? And so I guess now I've realized that I don't, and if people don't treat me well or yeah, don't make me feel special or whatnot, then it's not worth my time. So I guess my standards have kind of been raised. Ever done drugs? No, I'm a good gal. I don't really see the point personally. It's really just never been of interest to me. What is your relationship like with your family members? This is a really interesting one because I don't really like, my family don't like being on film or on the internet, so I don't really film with my family, but I actually have a really good relationship with my family. It was a bit rocky a few years ago when I was in a bit of a toxic relationship, I guess, which kind of made me distance myself from my family, and ever since that ended, I've gotten so much closer, especially my mum. My mum is my best friend. We do everything together, and she misses me when I go to work for the day or when I go to uni. She's the cutest. My sister is my best friend as well. I work with her. We're very close. And then my dad as well. He does so much for our family. But yeah, I love my family. I'm super close. Maybe a bit TMI, but what are your finances like with YouTube, Instagram, and a part-time job? How do you save money? I kind of just set myself a budget and set myself saving goals, so I know the percentage of each paycheck I get that goes straight into my savings, and that's kind of what I do. But I don't make like a considerable amount of money from YouTube, Instagram. That's not really why I'm doing it. I do it more as like a hobby, creating content. It's like a passion of mine, and obviously hanging out with you guys, but it's not like a job for me, if that makes sense. What kind of videos do you think you'll make on YouTube after you finish university? Interesting, because a lot of the videos that I do make are probably very uni related right now, because a lot of you guys are in the same position as me. So it's kind of just me sharing my life, to be honest. And I guess when university is over, it'll kind of be me documenting life after university. So yeah, I don't think it'll change too much because work will kind of turn into my uni, and I'll still be doing YouTube and probably will still have all the same interests and everything. It'll just be a different context, and you guys will be coming to the next stage of life with me, if that makes sense. Will you always call Brisbane home? Yeah, Brisbane will always be home to me. I've grown up here ever since I was born. I was born in Brisbane. My family lives here. So yeah, it'll always be home to me, but I will more than likely have a home elsewhere in the next couple of years. Not owning a home, but like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'll be somewhere that's not Brisbane. If you did uni over, would you have chosen a different course? That's interesting. To be honest though, I have so many interests that like I wish I could have done more degrees, but like I didn't want to spend 10 years at uni. I've been really enjoying psych. Psych is like so interesting to me, and I definitely feel like that's what I'm supposed to be learning about. Like I'm interested in that stuff. I don't know, I possibly would have done like nutrition and dietetics. I feel like that's another huge passion of mine that I don't know a lot about and would like to learn more about. But yeah, I'm pretty set on psychology. I feel like I made a good decision. But that is all the questions I'm going to answer for you guys today. I don't want y'all sitting here for too long, but I hope you enjoyed catching up. I feel like I was able to answer quite a few of your questions. I love talking to you guys. I hope you're doing well. I will see you in my next video. super duper soon. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you all then. Bye guys.
But I wish I could rewind me back.